Hey, welcome back at NBC5. Getting out on this Wednesday morning, we've got a clear sky, a little bit of some smoke out there. You can definitely see that on the Manor Cam this morning. We're sitting at 64 degrees. Wind speeds are calm. Temperatures about the same as yesterday for most of our area, just a few degrees warmer or cooler than yesterday for some spots. Now, today's going to be slightly cooler than yesterday, just by a couple of degrees. It was a hot one yesterday, and you're seeing the humidity levels dipping down into the 20s. So we still have the dry air in place in the afternoon hours and still a little bit of a breeze. That northwest wind continues to be a little bit of an issue, 10 to 15 miles per hour in the afternoon hours. Again, nothing overly strong, but with the dry conditions in our area, of course, the hot, dry air, that leads to some of the higher wildfire risk. And we're going to continue this kind of wind through the rest of this week. In fact, heading into Thursday, we're going to add something else into the forecast, the potential for some storms in the area. We'll look at pinpoint here in just a moment. But what we see for today in terms of that smoke, like yesterday, expect some haze into the sky, a little bit denser smoke up towards the Bedrock Fire and the Flat Fire. So southern Curry County into northern California will be dealing with a little bit more of that smoke. And the Bedrock Fire, the smoke's going to be filling in overnight tonight into our eastern counties. And again, we'll still see that hazy sky and smoky sky for some of our area as we're getting through tomorrow. Today is going to be, again, a lot like yesterday, upper 80s, lower to mid 90s for highs, about 95 here in Medford, 88 in Klamath Falls, and we got 60s for the coastline. Crescent City yesterday only making it to 59 degrees. That's where you all want to be to beat this heat. Even Crater Lake would be nice at 71. Of course, it's sunny up there. And fire weather watch in place. I mentioned the potential of some storms, mainly east of the Cascades. This is not going to be today. It's actually going to be into Thursday and Friday with that potential chance for not only some rain, but also the abundant lightning that these storms could be producing, as well as some gustier wind. And with that, of course, that could start new fires and they could spread very quickly. Ridge of high pressure, little system down here into Nevada right now, continues pushing up to the north. And as it does, it's tapping into that monsoonal moisture, moving around the ridge of high pressure, and that is going to bring that potential chance of storms. But again, today we are clear of that activity. We stay dry with lots of sunshine for the area. We'll start to see that moisture building in, especially in the east. Some clouds increasing for your Thursday, and then Thursday afternoon into the evening hours. Greens and yellows start showing up on pinpoint, something we really haven't seen in a while with that potential chance of storms. Most of the activity into Thursday looks to be into Lake County, might even stretch down into Modoc County, so into our far eastern counties. But overall, that potential chance is more isolated. We might see a little bit more scattered storms, and including Klamath County as we get into Friday afternoon into the evening. But the valley, we stay dry. We'll stay seasonal through the rest of this week, and that breezy northwest wind throughout Friday. Then things turn around. We get hotter as we're getting into the start of the next week with upper 90s and triple digits, more sunshine, more dry conditions expected, morning lows in the 60s. Klamath Falls, isolated storms expected, a few more of those storms and becoming a little bit more spread out into Friday. Isolated storms might even continue into Saturday, but the overall pattern after that is drier and getting a little bit warmer. We go from some mid and upper 80s to some lower 90s. So not a big climb, but just a little climb for next week for them. Northern California, we'll see a bigger jump in the temperatures from some lower 90s to upper 90s and triple digits next week. A few isolated storms possible on Friday. And the coastline, mid and upper 60s for those high temperatures. We're seeing a little bit of some clouds, especially early on, but becoming partly to mostly sunny into the afternoon. A little bit of a warm up this weekend, but some stronger winds will continue into next week.